Pinpoint Traffic. Here's Bobeth Yates.
All right, Paul, it's a slow go going on right now as we take a look outside. Right now, we're having a couple accidents we want to tell you about. The first one, right here off the State Road 75. We're seeing a lot of congestion on actually 400 right now as they merge into 85. Now going back to State Road 75 that I was telling you about, we have an issue blocking one of the lanes over there, and it is just causing a major backup anywhere from 285 to the exit 14 and exit 16. Another issue to tell you about is going into Lawrenceville area. As you approach the exit for Swanee and Lawrenceville on 216, there's congestion over there. So there's a lot of congestion building. So you definitely want to take another route if you're heading that way. Back to you guys. Telling you about on 75, still causing a lot of delays for people on 75 as they're heading south. You see right now one lane or car that is actually over there on the side, and then we're seeing traffic build on both the north and southbound side over by 75 as we approach the Battery. Taking a wider look outside right now, we just have another incident to tell you about. No major accidents, just a couple things to just slow things down and give you a headache. Now, there is some debris in the road over by 285 on the westbound flank, and that's just between the exit 15 and 16. So a little bit of delays back there. Of course, the regular congestion you have when you get on the connector. And if you're heading out towards Lawrenceville area, there is another accident there, disabled in one lane. So you want to just increase your, it's going to increase your drive times just a bit, but I'll have more on your Pinpoint Traffic coming up. 75 South, well, it's building back up, and I just want to give you perspective of how much. That accident was over by Delk Road, but here at Wendy Hill, you already see the delays on the westbound side, just still backed up, even though the accident has been moved to the soft shoulder. Now, a lot of other incidents starting to pop up as the 5 o'clock hour approach. Now looking at a wider look, that incident that was the hazard that was on 285 has been cleared, so things are slowly moving there, but traffic is not back to its normal speed yet. And then taking a closer look all on the 20 there, an accident just popped up there, but look how far this is backing up on both directions. So I'll have more about what's happening right there. We're expecting Hero to be on the scene soon and pretty much shut things down. So if you going that way towards 20 East, you want to just add some time because it's going to take a while. And I'll have more on your Pinpoint Traffic coming up.
Here's Bobeth Yates.
All right, Paul, there's a lot going on right now. You're looking at an accident, one lane blocked around 85 just by Spaghetti Junction. You already can see the delays back here. Even though it's just one lane, much of the lanes are all seeing delays. Now taking a wider look out on the map, we're seeing a lot of red starting to build throughout some of the regular areas. Let's go to the 285 flank where we're at East Flank, where we're seeing a couple accidents. The one I just told you about just past Spaghetti Junction, but even south on actual 285, we got another lane blocked right there. So you're seeing a lot of red and orange as you just head south on 285. And then we have another accident that just popped up on our radar. This is on 20, just past Six Flags if you're heading west there. So there's one lane blocked over there, and it's just going to cause a bit of delays. But I have more on your Pinpoint Traffic, and Paul will have more on your weather coming up. Building on 85 north. Now southbound clear, but northbound clear, but southbound, I'm telling you, you're having trouble over there. Now taking a little wider look at the map, it's a lot of red and orange, a lot of congestion building, but no major accidents. That's the good thing. Now there was an accident up here. They cleared on the northbound side of 85 as you go towards Lawrenceville, but the congestion again is still building. And then 285 on the east flank also building, a lot of congestion over there. A small accident on 20 east by Six Flags. That was clear, but again, congestion still building. It's just one of those days. It's Friday. So I don't know, people have something to do, or maybe they just, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is it's really bad out there. Look at the drive times. If you're going from the connector from Langford Parkway to like just 10 or 14th Street, it's about 19 minutes, similar if you're going southbound. So a lot of congestion out there. 20 minutes if you're going on 20 West, and 50 minutes if you're going just past Conyers to the downtown area. So a lot of congestion. Be happy, Brittany and Thomas, that you're sitting at the desk. The weather, because look at this right now. There's a lot of congestion out there. This is 75 southbound just by North Side, and you can see it's just building as they go. Now taking a wider look at the map, a lot of congestion just on the wide. Many of the regular spots, of course, but from downtown, from the split all the way into downtown, we're seeing drivers have to deal with delays that are in the red. So roughly about 20 minutes for them just to get from the split to the other side of the connector. 3 accidents popping up on 20 right back to back by each other just past the 47 exit. And I'll have more on your pinpoint traffic coming up. Northbound looking good for the people on that side of the street, but if you're heading south, not so looking good for you. We're seeing a lot of congestion on 85 as it approaches the split over by Langford Parkway, and literally it's the same thing for 75. People heading south into the downtown area because they have to go south. They're having some issues there. Drive times at about 9 miles per hour. So it's a slow go. Now, just to get from the Brookwood split to the other side of it, it's going to take you about 19 minutes both ways if you're trying to go north or south. So that's pretty slow for most people, considering it's only like a 3-mile stretch. So you're going to definitely see some major delays out there. So you want to pack your patience. I'm going to send it back to you guys, Thomas.
All right, Bobeth, thank you so much. Well, the first lawsuits are filed after the biggest ever college admissions.
Just past the connector, you can actually see some of the building right under this bridge. So it's causing some delays for those heading eastbound there. Now, a lot of other delays we're seeing across Metro Atlanta, a lot of red, especially when you get into the connector area. Speeds around 9 miles per hour at the split, and drive times coming through the split north and south hovering in the 20 minutes just to go a couple of miles. So that is definitely going to cause some delays for some people. So you want to take some extra time to get through there. And when I say also, if you're heading down, look, 21 minutes for both north and south. And if you're heading south after the connector, even more delays for folks after they pass the connector area. If you're heading into Conyers, we're seeing some building of traffic as you approach the Madonna area. So going to be a lot of delays for you. So you want to pack your patience. Back to you guys. Thank you, Paul. Right now we're looking at the GDOT camera on the connector, but I want you to focus on what's underneath. That's 20. And look at the backup here. We're seeing a lot of congestion on 20. There was an accident just past the connector, and it's building for areas or cars trying to get on the connector from north and south. So there's a lot of congestion there. Now, once you get past that accident, we're still seeing congestion beyond that. Just heading southbound on southbound on 75 coming into downtown, we're seeing drive times at about 9 miles per hour. And even when you start passing into the Brookwood split, we're seeing about, just to get from the split all the way south or north, it's about 20 minutes average. So that's a little bit of congestion for this time of day, because normally it's starting to ease up. Now, if you head south towards Stockbridge, we're also seeing an issue just on the northbound side of 75. So that's going to add about 15 minutes to your time. And I'll have more on your pinpoint traffic coming up. Well, we have multiple lanes blocked on 20 West just at 285. Our closest camera to the incident is at 285 in Holloway, and you can see it's causing congestion even here on 285 all the way back up there, so not just on 20. Another area of concern is the connector. We're seeing congestion continuing to build. Drive times now under 15 minutes for the connector, and then we're also seeing congestion just north of 75, just north of the Cloverleaf. No accident, just a lot of building of congestion, people trying to make their way home. It's Friday, you know, they're just trying to get home. I would too. But as I told you earlier, drive times around the connector down to just under 15 minutes. So it's definitely a slow go out there right now. And I'll bring you more check on your traffic soon. Back to you guys.